Hello and welcome to a new Mordheim stream. Today we are making the third of my 4 Mordheim boards, or tiles I should say, to complete the gaming table that I'm using for Mordheim. At the moment I'm still in the kind of like planning phase. As you can see, there's a lot of pink XPS foam and it's not even glued in place, but hopefully I will be able to figure out what to do with this board. I've been almost kind of stuck in the planning phase, but I think I have a plan now. Let me just zoom out a little bit. This is going to be like a dried out riverbed, and I want this to be like a mooring spot for boats here, and then you can access the upper tiles of the board by going up the stairs, and there is going to be like a wall, a guarded wall here, and I want to build like a small house on top of it just to make it more interesting and have some playability. This way here I'm going to continue the wall. And okay, thank you so much for the follow. And Dismantle, this is the music, the intro music is what do I call it? It's wrestling, it's an old wrestling theme. Now we are going to keep on with the wall, and but I want it to be broken here and have like the debris kind of fall down here and make another entry to get up on the next level. And this here is a guardhouse, and behind the guardhouse I kind of want to make like some training dummies or something, just to make it interesting and also provide some cover and some fun stuff. Now at this corner I will just need to keep the cliff, because I've kind of just built the board like there's like a big cliff in the middle. So this will just be an old boring cliff wall, I guess. So this board is, I think it will look nice, but I'm kind of worried about the playability. So in the middle, at this spot here, I need to make like a really exciting and playable building. So I'm thinking like multiple entry points and like exit points, so you can actually get across to the cliff, maybe with some plankings and stuff. And I also want you to be able to get from the wall onto the building, or from the building onto the wall, and have it so that it has possibilities to jump over to the next board when I get done with that eventually. So that is the plan as for now. I started doing the riverbed last stream. It's just like a bunch of clay, and I think it has cracked kind of beautifully. It is not entirely done, as you can probably make out, but when I get some texture and maybe some more crackling paint and get this to look kind of like dried but still a little bit moist riverbed, I think it's going to look cool. I also want to make like a boat that is just stranded here to make it to tell a story and give some cover and stuff. That is the plan thus far. So what I want to do this stream, just I think I will just keep it easy and just start building some of the walls. So I will remove the bridge. It comes loose, luckily, and I think I can just use this area to work with, because I want to be able to bring it back and forth to the board to check how it looks while I'm working with it, or working on it, I should say. I'm bringing the hot glue gun in as well, because I will be needing it for quite a bit of work. So I want to put bricks on this side and on the top and on the side, just kind of just cover this all around. And luckily I do have some pre-made. I have quite a lot of pre-made bricks, which should work out fine. Now let's just see. I think I will start with using hot glue for the bottom ones, and then I will build it up with just use some PVA glue for the rest of it. I just want to have like a nice base to build it off of. I just wanted to be properly heated before I go. I think it should be ready just about soon. Just not using too much at once, because the glue kind of hardens fairly quickly. These bricks do look smaller than the ones I have used on the bridge. They are kind of small. Oh. Did I pick the wrong? Let me see if I have some other bricks. I do. These are bigger at least, but I'm not sure if I have enough of them. And let's see. I just need to make sure that I have the correct size and the correct amount of bricks. Yeah, I think we should go with the bigger bricks. The small ones will be a bit of a nightmare to because they are so tiny. It will take forever, I think. Oh. Let's just try. I want to use I have so many of the smaller bricks, so I want to use them anyway. Let's just see how it looks. It's nice to have like some different brick textures as well, because some places they use bigger bricks and some places they have like smaller kind of bricks. So it makes it more interesting overall, I guess. Just keep gluing and bricking. That is what the game plan is at the moment. Try not to melt my fingers in the process, because the hot glue is actually hot. So that's okay. So now just working around. Try to lift it up a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see it at home. Just adding one, and I want to add one that sticks out from the corner like so that I can build it that way. Hot glue is really good for making like quick bonds, but it is really messy with all the strings, and it's not my favorite to work with, like in general, but it does have some advantages that are really good. Just trying to build them up, building a corner here. I'll just continue to do the bricks on this side as well. And if the one bricks it looks like it's sticking out too much, so I'll just cut it into shape later on, and just make like the mush it a little bit with a rock, so it It doesn't look freshly cut, like a clean cut is what I'm trying to say. Because clean cut bricks that are aged, it doesn't look aged at all. It looks completely new, and even new bricks are kind of slightly uneven. Hopefully this won't take too long to get the first wall up and running. I want to see how it looks instead of building everything and then plopping it down. I want to kind of, it is a bit of a touch and go the way I work, which is very disorganized, unfortunately. But I keep telling myself that I will get organized one of these days, but it's never today. Which I guess is an excuse people have for pretty much everything, like diets or plans like becoming better people. But not today. I will do that tomorrow. It's like the future version of you's problem. Now we are nearing the edge where something, I don't know what, but something has torn a hole in the wall. Maybe it's a cannonball or a spell, or since it's in Mordheim, it's most likely the big explosion that happened in the city that created the entire setting, which I think is a very fun take on the year 2K problem that was plaguing especially the media at the time. So we are nearing the corner. Now some of these bricks, they look kind of too neat, but I will do like a solid mushing of the bricks. Yeah, future you, jitters. Future you can do whatever he wants. I believe in him as well. He's so amazing, the future version of me. Man, if I had ever become one of the future versions of myself that I planned in my head, I would be a pretty big deal today. But it never happened, weirdly enough. Now, this is the 1441 wall, apparently, and I have all the foundation bricks. So now I will just get the hot glue, put it on hold for a bit, and I will bring out my personal favorite, the good old PVA glue. I think I will just add like a huge, yeah, like so. And I will just be applying. I will stop saying just. That it's my my main goal is to stop saying just. I adjust everything. Yeah, hey Darwin, I figured it was you. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Hope you're having a nice day today. Do you celebrate Easter much in the US? It is a really big holiday in Norway. It's comparable to Christmas here. Norwegians really love Easter. We have many traditions, like a lot of people like to go to travel to like lodges and stuff in the mountains and go skiing, which is a big thing in Norway. Also, we have what is called Easter crime, which is watching crime shows during Easter. So at the moment I am watching a show called Shetland with a Wife, which is a show I would never watch like normally, but because it's Easter and we need like a crime show to watch, we are watching that show. It is not good at all. It is kind of campy, but we have seen a season of Shetland every Easter for like the last 5 years or so. Yeah, the true crime is really big with American women, isn't it? That is what I have heard, at least. Now, some of the bricks, they don't quite fit, but it's not important. If you have some gaps here and there, it's all the better, because it will create some interesting spaces. Maybe you can put some mast there, maybe you can just remove one of the bricks entirely, just have it like a damaged, something like that. Just makes it gives it more variety and randomness. Now the white glue, the PVA glue, it doesn't harden as quickly as the hot glue, but it is much more comfortable working with. You also have like a little bit of time to actually have quite a bit of time to move stuff around if you want to do changes. But when it sets, it's actually surprisingly strong. And it when you coat the XPS foam with PVA glue, you can spray paint it, and it won't just melt like it would normally. Yeah, I think true crime it is pretty big with women in Norway as well. I think it's just like a woman thing, with especially with serial killers. They really enjoy serial killers, which is absolutely absurd. But there's a reason why shows like Dexter and stuff is so popular, and you have women dating and marrying serial killers, and it's not like they are in any doubt of being guilty. They are 100% guilty of killing several people, and some women just find them so desirable. Oh, hey, Villanas. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well up in Canada land. We were just talking about Easter traditions. Easter traditions in Norway. We like watching crime shows during Easter. I'm not sure how it came about, but it is a tradition and it's not going away. And Jitters said that women in the US just love crime shows in general. And that is how the true crime, the serial killer stuff, like I understand the fascination with individuals like that, because they are pretty much the opposite of what everyone else is. Like to actually go to the lengths of murdering someone is pretty extreme, and here we have people doing it like 20 times or whatever. I'll look at this while we are thinking about serial killers. Just take a look at this wall. I think I am killing it at the moment with this brickwork, if I do say so myself. So pretty and pink. And if I'm being honest, this is a bit boring, but it's not bricking itself. Even though there are like kind of the stuff. No, it's just some wood glue I'm using at the moment. But the brush I'm using for it is covered in some paint, so that's why it has like this kind of weird look. I'm a professional jitters, that's why I can do the seamless transitions. Yeah, for like bricks like this, if you didn't catch it, I use hot glue for the bottom ones, the foundation, and then I just use wood glue for the rest, because you don't need all the mess of the hot glue. The wood glue is also much cheaper, and it's better on your fingers, and it doesn't make a big mess. I love PVA glue. If PVA glue was a woman, I would marry it. It is so versatile, and you can use it for pretty much anything. I will use like a Mod Podge on the bricks to give them texture and strength when I am done, when it's dried and all that kind of stuff. Like the wood glue, it also dries translucent or transparent. It's quite nice. Do you have any special Easter traditions in Canada, Vilanias, or from El Salvador for that matter? I'm trying to speed up this process a little because I am a terrible slowpoke, and I don't need to be tidy doing this. There's no reason for me to spend longer than necessary. I'll just try to actually speed up my my building for once. Oh yeah, so it's just normal Easter, like the hidden eggs and stuff. Yeah, we have the crime shows that play during Easter, and there is also something called Easter nuts. Or like it's Norwegian for like Easter quiz. So there's like a quiz on TV every day where you have to like just solve some almost like crossword. It's like I'm not sure what it's called. It's just a quiz basically. And people love going skiing. But this time Easter is really late in the year, so there's not a lot of snow for people to go skiing in. And I don't really care about that because I don't go skiing myself. Yeah, people usually spend a lot of time with family especially if they have like cabins up in the woods or in the mountain. They go spend some time with the family. Okay, now I'll do one last layer without hot glue, and for the next one building up I will just add some hot glue to seal it in. Yeah, it's not bad spending some time outside, even though I have spent most of my Easter in front of this very table, just trying to get some work done. It is really nice when you can actually see the progress day to day, instead of just spending 1 hour doing hobby. You can actually spend like maybe 4 or more hours just doing hobby stuff, which kind of ramps up the effectiveness. Well, thank you, Vilanias. I checked out your gaming channel, by the way. I haven't catched you live yet, but I saw you playing some RoboCop, I think, or and Killing Floor. Is that the name of the game? Yeah, it was fun. It's, sometimes I wish I could be playing video games instead of doing this, because it's at least in my mind, I think like video games are more entertaining to watch than someone just put down bricks. But I guess there are like a lot of people doing the video game stuff, and not so many people just putting down the bricks. So hopefully there is a niche market for this stupid stuff that I'm doing. Who knows? I will do it regardless, because I think it's fun to do anyway. And if people want to join and chat, that's fine. If not, I will just sit here in silence like I wouldn't anyway. Well, thank you. That is very nice of you to say. It's just trying to get this to stay in focus. I think that sometimes there's something about the glue and the pink stuff that makes the camera unfocus, and it's kind of hard to keep an eye out on everything at once. So my apologies for that. I try to do better. This corner is really uneven, but it will just have to pass. Like the side of this wall is not very pretty, but I think I can just hide it with some plants. Yeah, it does look like it's gone through some action. Did you see the dead plants that I made for the bridge? Yeah, I don't. Let me see. I can just see if I can find it, because when I sometimes the builds, they're not as pretty as I would want them. They're like missing pieces, or something has just gone wrong. I will just show you. It's like a makeup for your buildings. At the top of this house, I did something with the clay. So instead of being like a smooth and flat, it was just like almost like a football. And it looked really stupid, and I couldn't cover it with paint or anything. So yes, I just made like these dead plants, and they start at the bottom and they kind of like make their way up. and I put enough plants at the top so you can't see it. So it's kind of like, and it makes the entire building look so much cooler with some additional plants. And I'm thinking of making some kind of spread just across here, and maybe put some on this wall, because this wall is boring, is what it is. So yes, sometimes when you are doing work and it doesn't look good, that might be a blessing in disguise, because it forces you to maybe think out some new solutions. At least that is one of my many excuses for all of my mistakes. And why not just have the excuses ready? Ah, crap. Like so, this side is really uneven because it was just some extra spare bit of foam. Yeah, jitters. I am a very positive guy, you know. I never complain. No, it's for me, I always tend to make mistakes when I build this stuff. So instead of feeling bad and just quitting, or I just had to make it work for me. And for me, just how do I say this? Just covering it up and try to be creative with mistakes is the way I handle it best. I don't have the patience to just scrap it all and start afresh. Now this wall is going to look very, very uneven, but that kind of makes sense if some of the wall has just been blown up by like a meteor or like a big spell or something. Stop! Shut your mouth, Joe. That is stupid. You don't have to be more like me. I think you should be just like yourself, man. Yeah, I did cut the foam myself. Oh, Jelly Moon Productions. So nice to see you, man. Yes, I use the Proxen hot wire cutter. I will take a quick break to just pan it out. Oh shit, there's like the big house in the way. And there it is. It's the green machine. It's just like it's a hot wire that is attached to it, and you can cut. Oh, sorry. You can cut the XPS foam like it's butter with it. I also have like a handheld version of it for making like freehand cuts, but I almost never use it. And you can also just cut it with like if you just get a sharp hobby knife, you can do some bricks, but just try to plan ahead, because it will take a bit of time, but if you plan ahead and make the cuts efficiently, it really helps. They are small, tiny pieces. They are. I think I cut them like 1 centimeter by half a centimeter by half a centimeter. I think that is the recipe, but I'm not quite sure. my original idea was to cut a lot of different bricks and note on the box which size all the different bricks were. But then I wanted to build instead of plan. So another one of my great plans straight out the window. So, yeah, well, yeah, I guess. To be honest, I have been in a bit of a negative headspace the last maybe 6 months or maybe a full year. But lately I have like made a conscious effort to get back on track, because I've always been like a really happy-go-lucky guy, and I just got bogged down in all kinds of just negative thoughts. And yeah, it is easy. It can be kind of comforting to have like the familiar negative thoughts, and they can even be like excuses and stuff. But in the end, it affected my wife and the people around me. So I just had to shift gears, get back into the happy-go-lucky Mordheim. And it's I think it's nice because I kind of recognize myself more. I didn't quite feel like myself when I was not doing so well, I guess. Oh yeah, I never thought about that people might not know kind of like the scale and of the stuff. But yeah, they are kind of small pieces. I can show you a Warhammer figure by comparison. And these guys are almost 3 centimeters tall. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm not very good at cameras. Oh, you painted again, Jelly Moon. That's awesome. What did you paint? Yeah, this was suddenly therapy and terrain with Dr. Mordheim opening up about all his issues. Well, it's, I think everyone could do with some self-reflection every now and then. Even if you're doing good, or maybe especially if you're doing good. So maybe some people they do really good in life, but they don't know why, and it might come back to kind of haunt them later in life, because they don't know what actually made them successful or what made them happy. So some self-reflection. I think it's a good thing, as long as you don't get stuck just thinking about stuff. Okay, this wall is a complete mess. It just stopped lining up because of this one brick. And this is the magic of using white glue. You can just shove pieces around because it hasn't dried. It's just a little bit of stickiness to it now, and we just do it like so. And with the help of the sticky white, we got it just right. Thank you. The bricks are coming along nicely. I just had to do some adjustments. It's nice with some randomness, but sometimes if they don't align at all, then you have to make like tiny pieces that honestly they don't look right. I have done it before, and I almost always regret doing it. Like fast and loose is kind of my style when I'm building, but I have to recognize that sometimes not taking the shortcut is actually what will pay out in the end. Some Nurgle. Oh man, that sounds really fun, Jelly Moon. I love the Nurgle stuff, and yeah. If I was ever going to make Nurgle or Chaos, it would be Nurgle, and no doubt. I think it's everyone's favorite Chaos god, to be honest. Especially when you look at the Golden Demon painting ceremonies, it always has like some Nurgle in the top 3 at least. Yeah, painting is relaxing. I do prefer painting terrain to actual miniatures when I want to relax. But that personally, because the details are kind of, you have to concentrate a lot. With this, you kind of can just kick back and use a big brush. So to me, it's very relaxing, at least. Yeah, you have to send me some pictures of the Nurgle dude, Mr. Jelly. I believe I follow you on Instagram anyway, but it's always nice to see some behind-the-scenes pictures. I get so excited seeing other people do their projects. Kind of rubs off on me. I get that kind of. It's like a hobby sponge, I guess. So I just soak up the excitement. Now I can't wait for this wall to be done. I will have to wait for it to actually dry before I keep building not the parapets, but the battlements, I think they are called. Like just the stones that stick up and prevent you from getting shot in the face. Oh, that's awesome. If you have some old stuff as well, that would be really cool to see. If you start updating your Instagram, it's always a joy to see people. Are you going to play at Invasion in September, by the way? I'm not sure if you're like actively playing Mordheim or not. I kind of forgot. And we are so close to being done with this wall. And so the main structure should be more or less finished. Just need to find some, dry myself. So now we have the first wall is well, it has the first layer complete. When this is dry, I will build the rest of the layers. And now I will proceed to make this one, and let's just see how it looks with the... I like to just check it as I go to make sure that I'm on the right track. I want the bridge to come like this, and this is supposed to be like the guarding the outer city or inner city limits. It's not supposed to be like a big, really big town. It's just like a smaller one. Okay, if you don't like full armies, Mordheim is pretty much perfect, because you just need like a 12 to 20 miniatures to get going. If you haven't tried playing it, it is actually a really fun game. Like mechanics wise, it's not what I would call a balanced game, but it's a really good vehicle to create or tell really fun stories with your friends. It kind of encourages fun gameplay instead of just trying to beat the shit out of your enemies. You can play the game like that as well, but the game is almost certainly more enjoyable for all parties involved if you focus on actually just telling a story and having fun, than making like the most optimal list that you can possibly dream up. I'm not going to tell people how to play the game though, but that is my opinion on it. And I have tried both. I have tried like making the good lists and being super competitive, but that it puts a lot of pressure on you when you're gaming. So instead of just enjoying and having fun, you kind of think about winning all the time instead of having fun. And winning is fun, but if that is the only thing that gives you joy, then you have to win to have fun. If you just play to have fun with your friends, you're pretty much guaranteed to reach your goal. At least that is my view on things, like tabletop gaming these days. The Warhammer 40k stuff with the chess watch and all that kind of stuff, that is pretty much the opposite of what I want to do when I play. I want to have like fun terrain and maybe some fun armies, maybe some background lore. People have named their characters, and you have played against them before, and maybe you have like, I don't know, you can damage like their legs, so you have like one-legged Pete, and he's hobbling around because he has less movement than he used to have. But at the last game of the campaign, one-legged Pete, who has been crippled, does something amazing and kills the opposing leader and stuff. It's those kind of moments that really make the game stand out, and not the games where it completely demolished someone and the game just took 5 minutes. So it's kind of like fast forwarding through a movie to see the ending. Okay, so you know what happened, but it didn't really get to the main ingredient. But at the same time, it's really fun to crush your friends, of course. There is a certain joy in watching them cringe when you roll well. But it's a game of dice, so it usually you can't celebrate for too long before your luck runs out. This is Meandering Mordheim Talk with your host Mordheim. A conversation about absolutely nothing. And we are now, I'm just done with hot gluing the bottom bricks. I can get back to just using my favorite glue, the white glue, the PVA glue, or the wood glue. Like a beloved children have the most names, or whatever, how that translates. Kjært barn har mange navn, as we say in Norwegian. Oh, you play Necromunda. I want to get into Necromunda. I have like if I was to make like a big kind of plan for my hobby stuff, I want to finish these boards. Then I want to do a bit of miniature painting. I want to learn some new techniques, and then I want to do some Necromunda stuff before I make my next big Mordheim project. I really want to just try to learn making like a different kind of setting. No, I never played the Warhammer tabletop RPG jitters. I have always really wanted to try it out because I love the setting so much, and I think it's the second edition of the game looked really cool. It was kind of I'm not sure if low fantasy is correct, but you were just playing like shitter classes. You didn't start the game as a hero, is what I'm trying to say. You were starting the game as a rat catcher or stuff like that, which I can really get behind. I like it when you kind of have to work your way up. I have played D&D. I used to play back in the late 90s. I played AD&D, like the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, which was the newest set at the time. And as I was like around 15, maybe 14 or 15 when I was introduced to Dungeons and Dragons, and it just completely blew my mind because it was so open. I had never experienced anything that you could pretty much do anything you wanted, because it is of course you just say what you want to try to do, and that's it. It's just imagination is the limit, I guess. So that was very, very fun. I had a very good group, especially considering the age. These people, they were like my age. It was like just 14, 15. But so we had like a really good DM, at least for the time. It is what I consider to be a good dungeon master, at least. And I had so much fun. But eventually people just kind of drifted apart and started at new schools and stuff. So that is kind of where my D&D career ended. Like these days I was invited to play with one of my colleagues, actually, and I would really like to try my hand at some role-playing games again, but like I'm an adult now, and if I want to spend some time with the family and have time to do this hobby and play some video games and stuff, I just can't do it. Don't have the time, or I don't prioritize spending time playing Dungeons and Dragons. It's what's true, I guess. Yeah, the working together with a good group is really fun. There's also usually some friendly rivalry and shenanigans going on. That kind of just adds to it, in my opinion. And yes, some. Yeah, I have a lot of good memories playing Dungeons and Dragons. I had one friend. He was really fond of money in real life. He was like always trying to make money, even like when he was like 11 and 12 and like a really young kid. He was. So his first instinct when we like arrived in the Dungeons and Dragons world was to start combing the streets to see if he could find copper coins. It was just like I will never forget that. It was just so absolutely stupid. Everyone else is like rearing to go. They want to like get some cool armor and go on quests and kill some goblins or orcs or whatever, and he is kind of becomes like instantly he becomes a beggar, just roaming the streets looking for copper coins that in the cobblestones. Yes, world famous terrain builder. I don't think that is ever going to happen, but I very much appreciate your aspirations or your support. It actually means a lot. My wife can usually tell if there has been a lot of people on the stream, because I'm always very excited when I've had people on the stream, which is it is kind of sad, but it is what it is. It just kind of brightens my day. Now I forgot all about my plan to be effective while I'm doing this. Okay, I am in no real hurry. I just need to have this entire board done by September, and if I can make that deadline, I will be a very happy Mordheim. Okay, now just add a little bit more of. I will add a lot of like fallen bricks in the middle part here. Is at least the plan, and I will probably break off some of these as well. Just have to. It's nice to build it and then you can demolish it. It's just more natural that way. But just imagine being able to live off your hobby. That would be. I think it would be fun, but there are some like kind of not traps, but I think it's important that you do what you like doing, and that you don't just create content for the sake of creating content. But yeah, like there is like a couple of Swedish guys, Squidmar. they seem to have like a lot of fun just doing their hobby stuff together. They have, at least on camera, they have what appears to be like a real friendly chemistry, and they can do like they do have a lot of stressful deadlines and all that kind of stuff, but I think they have tons of fun just hanging out and doing hobby stuff, making money. And they also have stupid accents, just like me. So I guess there is hope, even if I can't pronounce and I can't pronounce suggestions, all that kind of stuff. I believe there is hope in the end, while I'm putting down bricks, pink bricks, but they will look pretty awesome in not too long. As soon as you get some texture on them and a little bit of paint, they will be transformed from this pink mess to something really awesome. That is what we're doing now. If you have just joined the channel, thank you so much for watching. We are making a terrain board for a tabletop game called Mordheim. I will try to just pan out a little bit so you can see what we are working towards. This is some of the stuff I have already built, and it all starts looking like this, more or less. Just some pink crap, some XPS foam. Luckily I have a bunch of XPS foam at the friend's place, because he has been stupid enough to buy an old house that he had to like completely remodel, so he had to buy lots of XPS foam, but he didn't need all of it, so I can go and pick it up for free, which I very much appreciate. And when I get his load, if that, which is terrible wording, I realize immediately when I get his XPS foam, is what I should say. I think I will be set for many years to come, hopefully. If he hasn't thrown it away, because I should have picked it up like last year or so. Yes, adulting is hard, Jitters. It is. I think our generations and the new generations, they are not as prepared for adult life as the previous generations were. I think adulthood hit you a lot earlier back in the day. My uncle, and that is not really long ago, but he just when he was 16, when he was done with grade school or whatever it is, it's basically primary school, like the first 9 years of school, he went down to the harbor and he got himself a job as a sailor. And that became his career, which is kind of wild. I don't think that happens a lot in today's society, at least not in Norway. People always get like an education and stuff. That is just traveling the world and working, making a salary when you're 16. And you have to, kind of just be on your own. Just it forces you to grow up, I think. Yes, it is. Sometimes this channel gets really R-rated, but it's not always intentional. That is true. People are, well, that kind of includes myself. I am very used to having my phone. It is what I primarily use these days to pay like bills and all that kind of stuff. But I do remember the time when I used, when I did it manually. You actually had to go to the bank and pay the bills, or you could send them by mail. I don't miss those days. It was kind of a hassle. I do prefer a lot of the convenience you have today, but at the same time, yeah, just getting directions, stuff like that, traveling from A to B without having like a super advanced GPS in your pocket. It made things were more interesting, and you had to learn more skills. The phone kind of makes a lot of skills completely unnecessary to have. And I do not miss my Discman in particular. It's even though I loved it when I used it back in the day, but having I guess there are pros and cons with having Spotify in your pocket. I had a much stronger relationship to albums before, because when I had my Discman, I would put on like one album and I would listen from the first to the last track. And a lot of albums, they're kind of like balanced with the song selection and stuff, and it's really easy to miss that with the Spotify, because you tend to make a playlist and you just pick and choose your favorite songs. You might never actually discover all the good stuff from different albums, because if something doesn't catch your ear immediately, you might skip it altogether. But maybe that's just me. I know young people who listen to Spotify like I would listen to an album back in the day. Oh yeah, social media is horrible. I think it's one of the worst things to happen to mankind in the last 20 years or so. The internet, when it was new, it was a marvelous thing. I absolutely loved, and I still do love the internet. But now it's just pretty much like 4 or 5 websites that you access also by your phone, and it is with you constantly. Back in the day, you went on your computer and you logged on, and you spent maybe like 30 minutes or maybe 3 hours just browsing the web. Maybe checked out some forums, all that kind of good stuff, and then you logged out and you went and did other stuff. Now you have you are always online. As long as you have a smartphone, you are pretty much always constantly online. Yeah, I can see that, Jitters. Concerts are amazing. I should go to more concerts. I am kind of bad at doing that. Just kind of lazy, I guess. Is what I would is what best describes me when it comes to concerts. It is amazing seeing music live. I realize I forgot to put some bricks here, so I have to go back. When I'm done with these bricks, I have done the two first walls, which is not bad, in my opinion. Listening to albums is it is its own experience. Like, I listen to a band called Opeth, which is like progressive death metal from Sweden, and most of their albums have like the songs kind of there's a certain mixture between them. They kind of build off each other, some directly and some indirectly. And if I hadn't listened to them as an album, I would have lost some of the joy of their music. The album that springs to mind is one called My Arms, Your Hers, which is it's going through the different times of year, seasons, I guess. You have Demon of the Fall is one of the songs. It's a great song. It's the one track that if there was like one single track that got me into listening to Opeth, it would have been Demon of the Fall, and it's still one of my absolute favorites by them. It's a great mix of clean stuff and growling vocals, which I do enjoy. What music do you guys listen to? I guess that's a bit of a bland question, but it's always interesting to hear people's take on music. Okay, so these are the walls so far. I think it's looking quite good. I will build them up a little bit more, like the battlements here, and I will put some flat flagstones here, and I am thinking about having some like woodwork that they can actually walk on and up, so that they can get to the walls. And I think I will be, well, I'm not sure, I will add it to this wall at least, and to this one might just have like a broken piece of wood there. Oh, Slayer, yeah, I do like a bit of Slayer. It's not my favorite band, but they do have some bangers, for sure. And Dio, like Ronnie James Dio. Like a Holy Diver and Rainbow in the Dark, that kind of stuff. Oh, okay, yeah, he's awesome. Oh, he was awesome. Great vocals, great in Black Sabbath as well. Okay, so now this is the board so far. We have the walls here there will be a lot of rubble falling down into the river. The guardhouse is here. The tub of water is not a terrain feature. And here we will continue building walls. And this one I want to make like a sort of guardhouse with these pieces, but I think I just want to build up the bricks, because I'm already in the brick zone, so I want to get that done. And I haven't decided quite how to make the house, but I will just do that as we go. Oh yeah, some dad rock. Alternative hard rock from the 90s and 2000s. Yeah, it's not exactly my cup of tea in general, but I'm sure there are some of those tunes that I would bop my head to, or maybe tap my feet if I was feeling really wild. Now I need some more bricks. TNT, 10,000 lovers in one. TNT with the 10,000 lovers, that is an absolute classic. Yeah, but the Disturb is a bit harder. It's not like Dad Rock by any stretch of the imagination, is it? Maybe it is. They have a cover of Enjoy the Silence, don't they? What are the big hits of Disturbed? I need to know. Oh shit. I put too much glue. Oh fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, melted finger alert. Jesus Christ, that hurt. Fuck yeah. Fucking hell. Yep. Just. I put too much hot glue and now it's sticking down at the bottom, but I will just remove it with a. Do you prefer a Depeche Mode, or do you like the Disturbed cover? I really like the original Depeche Mode one, by the way. I listened to it a lot around 2007, 2008, I think. Hey Hobby Bandit, nice to see you. Yeah, I get that. Had you heard the Depeche Mode before you heard the Disturbed, or was that the first encounter with the song? Okay, I'm just painting, building up the bottom layer of bricks, as I did with the others. Not the others, but the others. Yeah, it is a. I don't mind the cover. It's a pretty good one. I don't disagree. It is. I think it's an amazing song. I really like the Depeche Mode one. Of course you are. I never know with you Americans. Sometimes you seem so uncivilized. But still, I find myself visiting the country time and time again. So you have something going for you in the good old US. What I like the most about going to the States is getting a root beer float, which is something I can never get in Norway. Did they do Down with the Sickness? Is that Disturbed? And Bodies Hit the Floor, are those Disturbed, or like just a similar band that I'm mixing them with? Okay, so now, yeah, just first layer is looking decent. I kind of messed up a little bit on the corner. This one is sticking out too much. This one is sticking out not enough. But I will just squish and molest the poor XPS foam until it does what I want it to do. The XPS HR department is non-existent. So I will get away with it. No worries. And the thing that you're looking at below the bricks is actually what is becoming the riverbed, which is made out of air drying clay that cracks up real nice. And I think with some extra textures and stuff, it's going to be pretty cool. Oh yeah, Down with the Sickness is Disturbed and Bodies, yeah, Drowning Pool. Okay, yeah, thank you. That is that sounds correct. It's one of those genres that I never really got into, because at the time I was getting into heavier music. I was leaning a lot more into like death metal and black metal and stuff. So all the American hard rock, alternative rock didn't have the same appeal to me as like an 18-year-old that wanted to be really cool and listen to the more extreme music. I still listen to a lot of the music, though. It's not like I didn't like the music, but I really liked the music being like extreme and almost kind of shocking to normal people, I guess, which is a really stupid adolescent thing to be kind of proud of. The streams, Hobby Bandit, I try to do at least 2 or 3 times a week. I am getting a schedule set up real soon, so people can actually follow in and know when I'm going live. It will also be nice for me to know when I go live, because at the moment I have no idea. I just do it day by day. If you slap on a follow, you will get notified. So if you haven't already, that is the move to do. And I'm closing in on my goal of 40 followers. And at 50, I can finally become a Twitch affiliate. And at which time I can start begging you all for money, which is what I have always aspired to be, begging online for cents at a time. That's what I want to do. No, but I think it opens like I think being affiliate, it opens up some more options for stuff that I can do, and it also keeps the videos on demand up longer, so it will be a boon. At the moment, it's primarily Mordheim that I'm building. Like I'm doing this board at the moment. I have done 2 out of 4 tiles already, just trying to pan out. So I'm working on my 3rd tile now, doing some walls and some guardhouse and some stuff. And later on, I want to try my hand at maybe doing some miniature painting, doing live streams. but I want to become better at painting before I do that, because it's and I want to make some Necromunda stuff and kind of branch out as I go. I want to, but I prefer making terrain. It is what I'm most comfortable with. But Mordheim is my one true love. It's like the I might have some other lady catch my eye every now and then, but I will always return to Mordheim. But I think making some Necromunda stuff might actually make me a better terrain builder in general. And it's some of the stuff I build for Necromunda will probably translate into to Mordheim and fantasy stuff as well. Just new ways of thinking, new materials, kind of stuff. Yeah. I'm at a very happy place hobby-wise right now. Just having so much fun building. It's yeah. It's kind of hard to describe actually. It's giving me so much joy being able to create these fantasy pieces, and that is the one thing that actually made me decide to go live and do Twitch stuff, is that I love doing this and I would do it regardless of people watching. So it's just pointing a camera at while I'm making, and I'm also taping the process. And I will be making YouTube, like a bit longer form YouTube videos. Like there are half tutorials, half stories, kind of like from my perspective, my hobby progress, I guess. So hopefully they will turn out to be interesting to watch. I know there are a lot of really good and skilled hobbyists already that are far superior to me, at least at creating terrain. But I hope that I can put my own personal spin on it and make it interesting for people to watch. And maybe it's nice to see someone who isn't extremely talented make the stuff, so that you can actually feel that you are able to do it yourself. At least those are my initial and general thoughts on making the stuff. Yeah, I'm getting all the ladies. That is one of the main issues with the making terrain, is the wife gets so jealous with all the fan mail and all the booby snaps I get, unsolicited nudes constantly. That's the life of the terrain builder. You just have to take it in stride, have to take the good with the bad. You can't have your cake and eat it, as they say. So. Oh, you're making a Mordheim board. That is so cool. If you have any pictures or links to the Instagram, please post them in chat. I would love to see what you're doing. And you're making 9 tiles. My guess would be that they are a bit smaller tiles. Hopefully, if not, you're a complete madman if you're making 9 big tiles. I just wish you all the luck if that is in fact the case. Yeah, okay, I will. She is kind of pissed already at you, Jitters, but I can probably smooth it out. Okay, 40. Okay, but that is still pretty big if you have 9 tiles that are all 40 times 40. But no, that is 120 by 120, right? When they're all done. It's the same size as mine. Okay, I'm not good at math. I am not very good at being intelligent. Luckily, that is not one of the prerequisites of making this terrain. Sometimes I see people making their first board or like first Mordheim terrain, and I just get so jealous because I can see that they are well organized in their heads. I can just see that they have like a thought process and everything is neat, and they put magnets in and stuff. And here I am super gluing my fingers together. Ah, yes. Oh well. Well, this wall is looking somewhat pretty, at least. It is getting... I will try to remind myself to actually hurry up, so I will do that again. I did some speed building earlier, but I keep forgetting. I go back to my sloth mode of operating. This is so easy. I shouldn't spend any more time than necessary doing this. Like, I won't gain anything from being really careful at this point. Just putting the bricks down as fast as possible. And now I'm getting all flustered, trying to be super effective. I guess it's I spent some of my brain power actually talking and reading comments. Yeah, I think you can you can link in chat. It shouldn't be a problem. Hobby Bandit. I have not been looking for sponsors at all. I don't think I have like how do I say it? Like a product yet. If I want sponsors, I would need to actually have some numbers to show, and yeah, have like a bit bigger following. Even though for me personally, I think I have the best people in chat, but if you want someone to sponsor, you can't just say, okay, I have Jelly Moon Productions, he's a really cool guy. They don't want the quality of the people, they want the quantity. I guess. Not that I'm not into marketing, but they want eyeballs on their products in general. If I could use the quality of my viewers, I would already be swimming in cash. I would have every sponsor fighting for my attention. Because I have the Hobby Bandit, I got the Jelly Moon Productions, Vilanias, and of course Jitters, and some other people who are watching but not participating. But I appreciate everyone. You don't have to chat to be beloved by Mordheim. I love all my beauties. Yeah, even the silent beauties, of course. If there are anyone watching, enjoying the show, feel free to leave to follow if you want to watch more of this stuff. I'm currently just building a brick wall, which isn't too exciting, but it will become something to appreciate later on. people who watch my streams, they can see like step by step from start to finish. I will also be trying to save all the Twitch streams. I am uploading them to my YouTube page. I have like a Mordheim streams that I recently created. I don't think it has any views yet. It's just not something I focus on, but I just want to keep like an archive of the videos, and people can go back and watch them at their leisure if they are so inclined in the future. Oh, okay. Thank you for the link. I will check it out as soon as possible. Oh yes, okay, so we got the body mass index to contest 2 of that is awesome. Oh man, Hobby Bandit, you made the gate. Wow, that is so cool. Is it okay if I put that on, if I put it up on screen? Is that okay? Let me know in the chat and I will put it up on screen. Oh, that one is so cool. Yeah. I think I've commented on it everywhere I've seen it because it's so brilliant. Just let me glue some of this stuff and I will pull it up. That is an amazing piece. I thought it was just like a display board, but if you want to continue working on that piece, it's going to be so sick. Looks absolutely smashing. It's sometimes when I see pieces like that, I just go like, oh damn, I wish I could have done something similar. But then also at the same time, I'm just so happy for people who are like just making amazing stuff. There's like this kind of almost jealousy and also really happy at the same time. And inspirational is also something that is another word I would use for it. It kind of describes it more, I guess. You are one of the guys that looks like they know what they are doing and that actually have like a plan going into stuff. Now I will try to do oh, what the let me get into OBS and I will this is not working as it should be. Oh wait. Nope. I'm sorry, I can't get it up. That's what she said, but just give me another second. And here we go. Check that out. That is so good. That is so good, buddy. Absolutely amazing. I will switch between them. Yeah, I really like the brickwork and the different colored bricks, and I like the rusted crating. Yeah, that's so cool. Oh yeah, you also had all the kind of the dead bodies inside of the buildings. Oh man, yeah, this is some excellent stuff. And you also got the posters. Yeah, they add so much. Yeah, that is a really great piece, man. You should be proud. That is very good. Hobby Bandit. That is amazing. Thank you so much for watching Hobby Bandit. I will happily promote your stuff on Instagram if you when you post. Not that I don't really have a big platform, so it's not like my. If I mention someone, it will actually make a big difference, I think. But yeah, I really like that board. It's so it's amazing. Yeah, it's kind of cool because people when they are inspired. Obviously, I'm inspired by like Devs and Dice, and I'm inspired by MS Terrain Lab, The Damned City, Stonecraft, all those people, and Prominence 4. But I also kind of like sort of discover my own style as I keep making hobby stuff. So yeah, I think it's a great time to be doing hobby like terrain building, because you have so many people to draw inspiration from and mix and match and make it something unique and something that is your own. Nope. Not doing the bricks correctly. It's not that important, but I want to try it to make them overlap. It just looks a little bit better. Just mush some stones while I'm going. Yeah, I think that's one of the great things about terrain building. You can be a noob like you are and that I am myself. We're new in the game, but I think we can make stuff that looks pretty damn amazing, because it's not just about having it's not all about precision and stuff, so you don't need a lot of experience. You can learn as you go and just be creative, I guess. That sounded pretty bland, but okay, so these sides, they are not leveled at all. They kind of have this curve to them, but I don't think that should matter much in the end. I will leave them to dry a little bit here. And later on I will do maybe some cutting and snipping to make it more even. Yeah, free time. The feeling in free time, that is a pretty good summary. And yeah, I think the overgrown thing is kind of, I haven't seen a lot of other people doing the overgrown vines and stuff. So if I am to inspire someone, that would be well, extremely fun. For me, at least. I have been watching Prominence V. He made like a tutorial video series like 2 or 3 years ago, but it's video on demand, so you have to pay for it on Vimeo. It is like $8 or something, but it is so good. It was worth it for me, at least. It is what it didn't inspire me as much as it just made it impossible for me not to make terrain. After seeing the tutorial and seeing the terrain pieces he made and like his techniques, I had to start building terrain. I couldn't stop thinking about it. It was all I was thinking about at work. I was listening to the tutorial when I couldn't watch it at work. This is just amazing videos. What do you plan on making next, Hobby Bandit? Do you have any concrete plans? Do you have like any buildings, like any kind of areas, like a merchant area or maybe the docks, something like that planned? Market square perhaps? My board is kind of just like a microcosm of all the different places. So like this is supposed to be like the defender's wall and like one of the main exits, and you go into the town square, like is supposed to be back there, and of course you have the church, and like some of the more the poorer buildings are on the other side. So it wouldn't be natural to have them so close together, I guess. But I wanted to include a lot of different styles and stuff into the build. So I just took some liberties. It doesn't have to be 100% logical, in my opinion. You can just do what feels right, I guess. Oh yeah. Well, I'm so happy if I'm able to do any little bit of inspiration would be. Well, I think it would mean more to me than it would to you. But yeah, Leif Devs and Dice. He seems like a really cool dude. He's a guy I would like to grab a beer with and hang out with. A very relaxed and fun guy. There are a bunch of those guys. Eric's Hobby Workshop is another good hobby YouTuber. He seems like a good egg. Seems like a very chill and fun dude to be around. And the Squidmar guys seem like a fun bunch. I think the hobby community is really ramping up. I think it's becoming bigger and bigger, and a lot of collaborations, people meeting up at Adepticon and participating in painting competition and supporting each other, all that kind of good stuff, and people just having fun and sharing human experiences like arts and games, traveling the world and meeting different people in different places. So even if you have something in common with them, they still have might have completely different life experiences depending on where they grew up, etc. Yeah, that's a great plan. That is a great plan. Oh, man. So it's starting to wear a bit on me just doing the bricks, but I just need to remind myself to pick up the pace and work quicker so I can finish it. And maybe do something else, a bit more what do you say, a bit more inspired work, maybe, or maybe not. I will have to see where this leads me. I will have to wait for the glue to completely set on the bricks anyway. And when I'm done, I will have to go over with a stone and mess up the bricks a little bit. Some of them are too nice and even. We can't have nice and even bricks. They need to be kind of messed up. Oh, a tavern and Dockswood ruin ship. Yeah, those are classics indeed, but that don't make them any less appealing. Honestly, I can't wait. I'm very much looking forward to see you make those pieces. Oh, you want to actually do the lights? Yeah, I will never be able to do that. I think I will need to do some courses in organization to be able to do like the light cables and stuff. Because I don't know where I'm heading while I'm building, so having like electrical work in the middle of that sounds like a liability to me. But I think it looks really cool. I am sure you have seen MS Terrain Lab and his work with lights and stuff. It is absolutely amazing. For me, that guy is not just a hobbyist. He transcends hobby and becomes an artist. It is so good. It is so good. Yeah, I'm sure when you say that it is easy, I do believe you, because some people think that making this brick wall is impossible because they have never tried, and if you never tried, things become impossible real quick. Maybe I think I will. Maybe that will be one of my kind of if I have different goals when I make Necromunda terrain in the future, I will try to incorporate some lights and stuff into it. That can be one of my main ways of improving. Yeah, I think Hobby Bandit, he is on Reddit. I have seen him post on Reddit, so I think that or YouTube maybe. That is a great way to share the message and the wisdom. That is one of the things that social media is really good at, is actually getting in touch with people who do the same kind of stuff. And it is making like a niche community, like the terrain building and Mordheim communities. They are niche and small by nature, but with the social media you can keep in touch and chat with people from all over the world, which I really think is pretty amazing. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the wiring, it shouldn't be too advanced, I think. It's just that I need to make like I need to improve myself, and that is really hard, you know. I just it's so scary to me doing all the light and all the planning, knowing exactly what goes where. But I bet there are techniques where you can just kind of like when you do it in a house, that you make like kind of cable hubs that you have available, and you can pull cables from there and to the other buildings and stuff. Where are you located, Hobby Bandit, if you don't mind me asking? It is of course perfectly fine if you don't want to disclose your residence, the place of residence. Or you're from Poland. There are a lot of very good hobbyists from Poland. I think it's Scribor Miniatures. I think he is from Poland, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes I say like there are a lot of skilled this or that from the countries, but then I immediately forget any and all actual people who are from that country that do this other thing. But I just know I see a lot of talented Polish miniature painters. Yeah, he does make a lot of good dwarfs. So Scribo, he is from Poland, if you know. I think he was from, but sometimes I kind of mix up the last names and all that kind of stuff from Poland and the Czech Republic and Slovenia and stuff. I know that is probably very insulting, so my apologies for that, but some of the names, they kind of look like the same with the Z's and the Y's at the ending. Yeah, Poland is a really nice country, and I hear it's been improving a lot the last like 10 or 20 years for its inhabitants. You got more money, and cities are developing, all that kind of good stuff. I haven't been in Poland since I want to say the late 90s. My uncle got married in Poland, so I do have some family there in Gdynia, and I think they live close to Gdynia, and I am probably butchering the names of the city, but if not exactly in Gdynia, I think it was close to Gdynia, Gdansk, and Sopot. It was in that general area that they lived. Gregor Brzezinski. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Maybe it's really easy for Mr. Hobby Bandit here. And Krakow is a beautiful city. I want to visit it again. From southern Poland. Okay, yeah. I've been. I have been to Auschwitz and Birkenau. I don't know how far south that is. I just remember traveling south in Poland to experience that. Yeah, that name is a tongue twister and a half. That is. I wouldn't even know where to start. I'm just wrapping up the final corner pieces here, trying to make them overlap somewhat in a somewhat tidy manner. But it's just Mordheim, so if the pieces don't perfectly align, who gives a shit? That is the bad boy, Mordheim, speaking. And then I will immediately freak out and wonder if I have done something stupid when I log off. Okay, so it's not too far away actually then. That was a weird experience visiting Auschwitz. It wasn't a very pleasant place to say, to put it mildly. But I am happy that I have been there. What movie is that from? Is that from Inglourious Basterds or something? I am from Norway. And I think Jelly Moon is also a Norwegian or at least Scandinavian. Maybe a Swede if we are really unlucky. That might have hit. I'm not sure if he's offended because I called him a Swede or if he's actually Swedish. We have like a friendly rivalry with Sweden. You probably have the same with some of your neighbor countries. Hobby Bandit. Oh, you've been to Oslo. Did you enjoy it? You can be honest. You don't have to. Not everyone enjoys Oslo, including a lot of people I know. So okay, so now we have 3/4 of the walls done. It's time for the final small wall. My back is kind of killing me. I haven't really had any back pains doing hobby stuff in quite a while, so maybe I just need to adjust my chair or something. I have so much glue on my fingers. Oh. As always, I just start with some hot glue on the bottom to make the foundation layer solid and easy to work on straight away. This part of the process with building both the walls and the board is might be one of my least favorites because I don't know. I don't have complete confidence in the direction my build is going. Oh, you went looking for a job, yeah? There used to be more Polish workers here especially in the carpenters and craftsmen in general. How I unleashed Volvo 2. Okay, I will try to remember that and check it out when I get some spare YouTube times. But we don't have as many Polish workers in Norway these days. At least not to my knowledge. Electrician. Oh, it's hard to get. If you are an electrician, you are kind of shit out of luck in Norway, because they are very protective of the electricians. You need like all kinds of papers and stuff to do electric work in Norway. So if you don't have that, it's kind of hard to get a job as electrician. If you work as a carpenter, like a house builder, you don't have the same protection as a Norwegian worker. So there were some people that were very unhappy with Polish workers, because they could work for cheaper than the Norwegians wanted to do. But I think the wages have become higher in Poland as of late. So I think a lot of people from Poland prefer just to, of course, work at where they live instead of coming to Norway and make the same amount of money. But that is just what I have heard from other Norwegians. Yeah, I'm happy to hear. Of course, that is why you can easily make the lights and the cables. If you work as an electrician, you know, you have the advantage. You're literally a pro. And I am just a Norwegian. I'm not competent in electrical work. Oh shit. I've been going for quite a while. I will just hurry up the bricks, and then I will close up shop. But we should have like another relaxing 10 minutes. Time just flies by when you're doing this kind of stuff. I kind of forgot that I have a wife at home, and we're supposed to be watching some Easter crime series. I will be needing to work extra quick to save the marriage, as well as the wall. Just drank out a lot of PV. Oh shit, that was probably too much, but it is very cheap anyway. Yeah, I'm so happy you could join me, all of you today. It's been a real pleasure chatting with you guys while I'm making this all these bricks. That's all I do. It is kind of, sometimes the streams are just like 2 or 3 streams of me just putting down bricks, and then it's me painting bricks, and it doesn't look like much until it's done, and you can actually put the final touches and the final finesse down, and it kind of just transforms everything into pieces that look alive and interesting. Yeah, nice talking to you, Hobby Bandit. Have a nice evening, and see you some other time, hopefully. And can't wait to see what you make in the future. It's kick-ass stuff so far, and I'm happily awaiting to see your stuff. Jelly Moon Productions. I want to see some Nurgle stuff, and yeah, I really like Warhammer Fantasy. That is my like my first true love in this universe. Now we are all of the good bricks I've already used. This is just being mindful of actually working, or being more effective is, surprise, surprise, it's actually quite effective. Try to put them down as quickly as possible, not thinking or adjusting too much. Just bricks, 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 so I can get on to more fun stuff. Even though this is rather relaxing, I'm not complaining. But, it is so fun to paint it. That has to be my favorite part. Like just bringing it to life with some washes and highlights. It is dripping PVA glue here. Might be a bit too wet, but it's fine. It seeps into the cracks and kind of seals it all together, which is what you want. You want your terrain to be solid. So if you knock into it, or you maybe drop it, it will still keep in one piece, hopefully. And it's also really good for the painting and stuff. Okay, yeah, that is fine. Save the best for last, or the newest for last, I guess. It is kind of depressing when you pull out all the old paint and it's just complete garbage. I don't want to think about how much money I've spent on miniature paints. But I'm more or less, I've stopped using Games Workshop paints just because of the boxes. I really prefer the drop boxes of Vallejo, and Vallejo has equal, if not better, paint than GW. Anyway, gotta refill the bricks. And we are at the final stretch of this brick marathon. It kind of feels like. Now there is some hot glue, so I just need to kind of excavate some of the fillings of the brick to make it fit in here, and that it didn't work like a charm, but it kind of worked. And kind of worked is good enough, at least for this stuff here. Look at all these happy little bricks, pink bricks. Now some of these are sticking out, so I will need to just I'll need to adjust them. It shouldn't be a big problem at all. Yeah, it's not cheap. It isn't cheap. Warhammers. Building terrain is actually much cheaper. The cost of making terrain is you have to spend some money on tools if you want to, at least if you want to make life easier on yourself. But when you have the tool, you can make almost infinite terrain by using cheap materials. Miniature painting is really fun though. I can't knock painting miniatures. It's a very fun hobby. Okay, I kind of messed up with some of the bricks and as I've said 1,000 times already, it doesn't matter that much. Come on. I think I'm getting tired. I don't have as much patience as I had going into this build. That is it is almost 10:30 p.m. where I am at the moment, so it's not surprising that I'm actually not feeling super awake anymore. Yes, I have forgotten about the time. I am doing my absolute best to get the bricks in place. And thank you for chatting. I will be right back. Now we have wife aggro in chat. It's if you see my hands shaking, it's just because I am terrified at the moment. Yes, so Avalia is Mordheim, Mrs. Mordheim, I will call her. The legendary Mrs. Mordheim, which I only say nice things about in chat. She is my muse and my inspiration, and she helps me with pretty much everything in life. And yes, I have forgotten all about the time. I just have the last couple of bricks to lay down, and then I will be heading home so we can watch some Easter crime. Easter crime is what I like to call it. We're going to watch poor old Tosh in Shetland. She is my absolute favorite. No, she's my second most favorite in the show. You also have Billy, which is my favorite. Okay, I will tidy up all of this stuff so I can avoid complete wife aggro. Now if we just align it all, like, what did I do on the bottom here? I might have done something really stupid. Okay, nothing that can't be fixed. Oh, I did something stupid. I will fix it later. So I have done both these walls and these walls, and I also got all of the road carved out. I didn't show that on cam, but I did that with a pen. And thank you so much for everyone who has been following today. I really appreciate it. If you haven't followed, please consider doing so. It really helps out and it makes me happy, which should be your main goal in life. Okay, take care, bye bye, and see you all in the future.